Okay, we're now in Kilayim Perek Tet, Mishnah Yud, the last Mishnah in Masechet Kilayim. I'm going to move this so it's not in your way. Okay, the very final Mishnah in Masechet Kilayim. Very exciting. Exciting for me. Says the Mishnah, Otota Gardin ve'otota Kovsim. Okay, the signs of the Gardin, of the weavers, the letters, Otot, the signs of them, the signs of the washers. Asurim Mishum Kilayim. This is very simple. Anybody who ever sent their kid to camp knows that they sew in a tag in order to identify who the clothing belongs to, or who is the weaver, or if you have Otota Gardim, I'm not wearing a fancy shirt. But we all know that if you buy a fancy shirt, a Tommy Hilfiger shirt, there's something woven into. There's something, like there's an insignia. This is very popular nowadays, so they would do it back then as well. Okay, so if I'm not allowed to, if my clothing is wool, then I can't use a linen thread in order to make my fancy insignia. Or if I have a wool suit, I'm not allowed to use a linen tag for the laundry. That's prohibited. Not similarly, new case. Hatokef tkifa achat eina chibor. I have wool and linen. So what's connected? How much do I have to sew it together for it to be connected? So tkifa achat, I have wool and linen, and I push the thread through once. One tkifa eina chibor. That's not a connection at all. It's not a chibor. Let's see the Bartanura. Okay, eino chibor lituma litahara. Even for tuma and tahara, they're not connected. Ve'im nitma echad mehem, lo nitma chavero. And if one of them becomes tamei, the other one does not. Ve'im similarly, ve'im hiza al echad mehem. If you spritz the mei chatat, the water from the para aduma, lo hiza al chavero. It doesn't make the whole thing tahor. Back to the Mishnah. Ve'im ba mishum kilayim. Another halacha. So it's eino chibor. It's not connected for tuma and tahara. Ve'im ba mishum kilayim, and it's obviously not kilayim. They're not connected together. V'hashomta b'shabbat patur. If I have a thread through wool and linen together, and I pull them apart, I take out the thread, it's patur. It's not considered tofer. Remember, tofer, korea, korea. Tofer is sewing. Korea is the undoing of sewing. So if I have one thread stuck through and I pull it apart, that's not considered undoing of sewing. But this word patur means it's patur aval asur. You're not allowed to do it midrabanan. Asa shnei rasheha litzad echad. Now I have my thread. But I make my shnei rasheha litzad echad. I once and then through again. So two ends of the thread are at this end, at the other side. Okay, so it went through both twice. It went through and back through. Okay, then it's a chibur, that is connected. V'yesh ba mishum kilayim, and it is prohibited, it is connection because of kilayim. If you just have 1, 2, v'hashomta b'shabbat chayav, and if you pull them apart on Shabbat, you're chayav because you pulled apart a thread. Some say it's a machloket among the Rishonim. Are we talking about whether I tied it in the end or I didn't? Everybody knows if I took a thread and I pulled it through once and twice, that doesn't really hold together. It's not really connected. Nobody would consider it connected. So it's a huge machloket whether that's considered, whether what the Mishnah is talking about is when it says chibur, that it is connected, is it talking about if you tied it off or if you didn't tie it off? Rabbi Yehuda omer ad sheyishalesh. Rabbi Yehuda says it's only 1, 2, 3 if I do it 3 times. That's Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. The halacha does not follow his opinion. Hasak v'hakupa mitztarfin la kilayim. Sak and kupa. Let's see what's talking about in the Bartanura. Sak is a sackcloth. A sack, and a kupa is like a basket. Im chatichat beged semer mechuberet lasak. The sack is kind of like the cover. Okay, the cover of my basket. So if I have a piece of semer, wool is connected to the sack. V'chatichat beged pishtim mechuberet la kupa. And my basket has a hole in it. So I I fix it with a piece of linen. V'chibran yachad b'shtei tkifot. And then I connected the cover, the sack, to the basket, with shtei tkifot, with a thread twice. Then mitztarfot, they're connected. Even though it's really two different kelim, 2 different vessels. I have the sack on the top and the kli on the bottom. They're 2 kelim. This has wool, this has linen. Nonetheless, when I connect these 2 together, then they're considered mechubar and it's considered kilayim. Now remember, I can use it. I'm allowed to use this cover. It's not prohibited to use semer and pishtim together. What's the only thing I can't do? Says the kahati. The kahati says I can't put it on my shoulder. Laha'alot alav. I can't put it on my shoulder. I can't carry it in that way. Nonetheless, I can use it, but it is considered mitztarfin for the purpose of kilayim. This concludes our study of Masechet Kilayim, Salik Masechet Kilayim. I hope you enjoyed learning with me as much as I've enjoyed giving these shiurim. I always love when I hear from you. If you have questions or comments, my email address is, as always, hasn't changed yet. Hopefully when you're reading this, it's still the same. When you're watching, rspolter@gmail.com. And I will dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Masechet Shvi'it.